enjoyed this week's episode, and please like this video, share with your friends and dock mates, and subscribe to our channel. It really helps us get more viewers like you.
Hey y'all, guess what? Just as I started filming this, I noticed that it's 11:11. So my wish is for a really good boat work day today. If I tell you, does it actually make it come true or not? Anyway, so we are in go mode. Oh my gosh, so Devin's dad was here last week and we got so much done. I am just thrilled with how much progress we made. Look there's fresh plumbing in underneath the saloon here. Isn't that incredible? Fresh plumbing. Fresh plumbing. I mean, it needs to be hooked up, but it's ran to all the outlets or faucets, I guess. We ran it. Anyway, I think that's pretty cool. What am I talking about? Oh yeah. So the goal for today is I need to switch over from basically plumbing mode to fiberglass mode, wherever we put our fiberglass. Anyways, I got to switch over the project. So I got to do a bunch of fiberglassing today with epoxy work, and I'll show you where I'm going to be doing that. But before I do that, I need to kind of clean up and tidy up and organize and kind of put away plumbing mode. So it's funny, like you can't, like when you have multiple projects going at once and they all need kind of a different set of tools and supplies, you can't really have all of it out. Right now it's plumbing mode, but I have to do fiberglass today. So I need to switch over to epoxy mode and fiberglass mode. Can I have plumbing and fiberglass out? Yeah, probably. But then my OCD is going to flare up and the boat will be even more cluttered than it is. And I don't really want that for myself. So yeah, it's kind of weird. You got to switch over. It's also a mindset too. Like electrical mindset is so different than fiberglass mindset. Because there's certain steps and procedures and best practices that you want to follow for both. And they don't cross over. Anyways, this is weird. It's boat work, right? But let's get this girl cleaned up a bit, and I'll show you what I'll be fiberglassing. Cool. I'm gonna do it. Let's go. I'll bring you along. Promise. Let's go. All right. So here's a good view of what we built. So the tank rests here. Then these guys back here have been cut to fit this structural piece here that basically all the cabinetry sits on. This one too, and the curvature of the hull. So what we're gonna do, excuse me as I sit, this is a good example. So we'll do thickened epoxy under here. Well, first grind this back on both sides, maybe like, because we have a 4-inch, I believe it's a 4-inch wide fiberglass. So maybe come out 2 inches here and 2 inches on the other side with the grinder. Then come in and do thickened epoxy and to create a fillet, and then come in with our fiberglass to tab it in. They're also supported by these blocks of HDPE that are screwed into this pretty thick piece of structural wood here, both sides. And then this one is connected to this, which is connected to this. So, but I'm gonna not fiberglass this one in. I want to be able to pull this one out, just in case. It doesn't really need to be fiberglassed in. And in fact, it shouldn't, because it's sitting on our board here. So the board that supports the tank is also going to be supporting part of this board. So I don't want to put it in permanently because I want to be able to get this board out if needed. So that's the plan. Also, we left, so this space we left open because we're going to turn it into a little storage space. So it's pretty easily accessible here in front of this cabinetry in the main saloon. So here's nav desk, steering wheel. So there'll be maybe a hatch here and a hatch here that will give us some storage space, or maybe one big hatch. I don't know, we'll see. These ones won't be storage space, but it'll be nice and strong and sturdy, so if someone's sitting at the nav desk or standing at the helm here, they'll have a nice sturdy platform to stand on. So yeah, that's the plan. So I'll pull off all of these pieces of wood and these blocks, and then I'll start grinding and epoxying. All right, so that is our fiberglass tape. It's 4 inches wide. So what I did was I measured out 2 inches from this side, 2 inches from this side, because these, of course, go here. So 2 inches, 2 inches, and then as far down as I want to take my epoxy and my fiberglass tape. So all I need to do is just grind out that area, and then the same thing for over here. So that to that. All right, so everything's basically taken apart and unscrewed. Now I can just slide this tank out, or sorry, this tank support out. But I wanted to show you guys something that was really cool that I found while I was cleaning up. So when we originally did our disassembly, I had our port tank shims marked. So these were under the old original port tank support board to keep it level, right? So they were shims under there. So that is what we took out. Now these are what we put in. So going from, you know, basically cheap scrappy plywood to some really nice HDPE custom wedges. So old shims, new shims. That's a yacht of work. Also a yacht of love. You know how it goes. So I thought that was funny. You know, like doing this refit a better way, we'll just say, than when we got the boat. It's gratifying and satisfying. I can't tell you for sure it's the right way, because I'm not a professional, and I'm not, you know, I've never really done this level of refit before. I've done boat maintenance and small upgrades, but this is certainly a first. So yeah, I thought that was kind of nice. So these are bye-bye, and I'm gonna throw them away because we don't need them anymore, and they are gross and kind of moldy. Okay, got those two areas there grinded down to good fiberglass. I actually didn't do the epoxy work while those are going. Because the epoxy work, it's gonna have to dry overnight. And I only have a limited space really to like set up and have stuff dry. So I'm kind of struggling on, because I want to do 3 pieces, including this big one. I'm kind of struggling on where to place everything to make it work. I think I just had an idea. Yes, I just had an idea. I'll just put that subfloor down. And that subfloor goes right there. And then I can epoxy on that, and I can epoxy this one. Boom, there's my 2 workspaces. Oh, I have 4 pieces to epoxy. I forgot about that one. I gotta sand him. Oh boy, I'm a mess. But it's coming together. And that was, let's see, that was about an hour and a half of sanding. So, that's the way it goes. All right. I've got to mix up some epoxy. I got to do some sanding, and yeah, I'll check in with you guys. Be right back.